I am Cy with Things Very Good, and today I'm going to be doing a quick review for you of Root2 Certified Organic Hemp Protein Powder. We're going to see how it tastes. We're going to go over the nutritional profile a little bit, and we are going to just look at whether or not this is an effective protein powder for meeting your daily protein needs. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So first of all, what I'd like to say about hemp protein powder in general is that it is very high in magnesium, and one serving of this protein powder contains 48% of your daily magnesium needs. It's also got a considerable amount of iron, a decent amount of vitamin A, and a little bit of calcium. There's also, from what I know, even though it's not listed on the ingredients in here, there's a fair amount of zinc in hemp protein powder. So that's something that is really good for everybody, but especially if you're a man and you want to keep your testosterone levels high, then you're gonna probably want to make sure you get plenty of zinc. So this is just one good source of zinc. And I am going to go ahead and look at my cheat sheet here and share a few other things about this hemp protein powder with you. First of all, it is organic certified, and that means that, first of all, there are no genetically modified organisms, and in addition, it's not processed with hexane. Some proteins are processed with hexane, and this one is not, and I wanted you to know that. So you're getting a clean, pure product, and you don't have to worry about any harsh chemicals that might have residuals in the product. So that's good to know. Another thing that you might be interested in knowing is that hemp is an excellent, or hemp protein powder is an excellent source of fiber. And that being said, if you're looking to lose weight, protein in general is good in the sense that it is very satiating. So you can go a lot longer after having a meal that is higher in protein without feeling hungry than you can if you're having calories from fats or carbohydrates. So that being said, hemp has a double kind of a goodness if you're looking to lose some weight. First being that it's high in protein, and second being that it is high in fiber. So it gives you that full filling, and it'll make you feel satiated so you can go longer without eating, or you can use it as a meal replacement for something maybe that's less good for you, has less nutritional value, that is something that is just not good for you. So hemp is good in that sense as well. And of course it's good for vegans because it is a plant-based source of protein, and there are no ingredients in it other than hemp. So you know you're getting something that is completely vegan friendly if you are a vegan. And it does come up short in 3 amino acids, and those are leucine, lysine, and tryptophan. Now that being said, hemp protein powder does contain those amino acids, and a lot of people actually say that hemp protein is a complete protein because it has all the essential amino acids, and it does. The fact that it's lower in those 3 than some other protein powders means that you might want to balance it out with some other type of protein powder. However, if you're just looking to supplement your protein, I would look at this as a source to get your extra protein that you wanted to get from supplementation. And it has a fair amount of those, well, I should say it has plenty of the other amino acids. And there is one that I want to mention in a minute that is not an essential amino acid, but that might be of interest to you if you are into weight training. And I'll go ahead and get into that in just a minute, but I also wanted to make sure that you know that leucine is one of the main amino acids involved in muscle repair and gaining muscle mass. So, and leucine, isoleucine, and valine are the amino acids that are most attributed to protein synthesis, muscle gains, and muscle recovery. So hemp protein powder has less of those than most of the other protein powders that I've seen. So you're going to have to take more of it if you want to get a strong extra dose of protein supplementation. That being said, you should be getting most of your protein from food, but this is a good way for getting your extra protein that you need if you're in a hurry and you don't have time to make complete meals. Something like this is a really good way to supplement. And it also is high in omega-3 fatty acids. And so omega-3 fatty acids are good for all kinds of things and for your skin. Some people have said they like hemp protein powder because it makes their skin feel better and look better. Omega-3 fatty acids are also good for keeping inflammation down. And that's really about your omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. And the omega-3 to omega-6 ratio of hemp protein powder is pretty good. So there's that benefit of having hemp protein as well. And so there are the other thing I wanted to mention, the other amino acid that is not an essential amino acid, but it is one of the protein amino acids that your body uses. Your body does make this protein, but there has been shown to be benefits from the supplementation of this particular amino acid, and that amino acid is arginine. So arginine is a precursor to nitric oxide. And nitric oxide, in case you're wondering, I didn't say nitrous oxide. And that being said, arginine helps your blood to flow better by helping the inside of your arterial wall to relax. And that allows your blood to flow better. And so as a result, arginine can help your bodies to circulate nutrients better. And that's why I think that even though it's a lower, that it has lower amounts of protein in general, potentially, and this is my opinion, but there is some evidence to say that there might be some, evidence that might support this opinion. So that arginine, helping your blood to get those nutrients more circulated in your body, might help you to use more of the protein that you do take, which is coming from the hemp. And also there's something called edestin, which is a type of protein, and it's the most digestible type of protein, and that is one of the types of protein that is in hemp protein powder. So the studies that I looked at were about mice, and I really wanted to be sure about this, so let me just say it could have been about rats. So it wasn't done on humans, but what they did find was that it was that arginine can prevent you from gaining fat even eating the same amount of calories. So in this study, they fed rats a very high fat diet in order to make them gain weight, and the rats that were supplemented with arginine, they gained maybe a third of the amount of fat that the rats that were not supplemented with arginine gained, having the same amount of calories. So it showed that arginine did help to prevent gaining weight. And how it did this was by the way that it helped the muscles to metabolize calories more effectively. And so that's what the study showed. So that being said, there are some good things about hemp to consider, and I mean hemp protein powder specifically, and you don't have any worries about THC, meaning like the specific compound that is in the marijuana plant that gets people high. You don't have to worry about that when you're eating hemp seed protein powder. It's not going to get you high. You get the good stuff without the stuff that maybe you don't want to have. So let's go ahead and wrap this up with just giving away the most important amino acids for most people, the ones that most people care about that are in their protein powder, and those are leucine, isoleucine, and valine. So for isoleucine, in a serving here, you've got 400 milligrams, leucine, you've got 600 milligrams, and valine, you've got 500 milligrams. And let me just go ahead and go over how many servings there are per container. So you're going to have to take a little bit more of this to get a higher amount of protein. But in this particular hemp protein powder, you're going to need 4 tablespoons to get only 11 grams of protein. So that's not as much as many other supplements give you. That being said, this is a fairly inexpensive protein powder, and it is high quality, so you could potentially take more of it if you really wanted to up that dose of protein from a supplement. So, like I said, 11 grams of protein per serving, and there's only 15 per container. So now you've got the breakdown. This is a good supplement. I definitely recommend it. It's a high quality supplement with no other ingredients, and oh, I almost forgot the most important thing. Let's just go ahead and taste this. You can see that I'm willing. I gotta gain some muscle mass here if I'm gonna open this up though. Okay. All right. Do a nice tablespoon here. And mix it up. One thing I have noticed with the hemp protein powder is that if you let it sit, the fiber kind of goes to the bottom, so you might want to shake it or mix it again if you let it sit for a little bit. But you can see it didn't take me long to mix it together, and right now it's well mixed. So let's go ahead and give it a taste. If you've ever had hemp seed oil, which is good for omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, then you will recognize the taste of that oil in the hemp seed protein powder, and that's what has the omega-3s in it. It's a little bit gritty, meaning I can feel the fiber when I drink it. It's not going to be for everybody, but it's definitely a well-rounded taste. I don't mind it, but it's definitely going to be an acquired taste for many people. So that being said, you can make your own decision about whether hemp protein powder is going to be for you. It is definitely unique and different than most other protein powders, like I said. So, but I think it's all right. So there you have it. That's hemp protein powder. Highly recommended. I definitely give it the things very good stamp of approval, and I'm gonna continue to take this protein powder in combination with other ones unless I learn that I really just don't need any protein powder at all. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, share the video. Also, I'll have a link in the description to where you can get this protein powder and help support things very good, keep us making these kind of videos. So thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next